Good morning, Diecast friends, family, channel viewers. I'm running really late today. I went out and got an oil change and hit a store, checked for, you know what, nothing there. So it's like, what time is it? It's like 9:30 a.m. and that's really late. I'm well done drinking coffee. I'll probably have some in the afternoon. Got a mixed bag of stuff today. Plus it's Wishlist Wednesday, so at the end I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for in the wild. So let's really kind of rush through this stuff. Two things. Yesterday I opened the Feline Lucky, and I said that it's at Chinese restaurants. I'm aware that the Maneki Neko cat, the beckoning cat, is a Japanese thing, and I know I've seen it at some sushi restaurants that I'm dragged to, but I also see a cat at Chinese restaurants. Even like the place where you go and just where they have a counter and it's mostly takeout, they always have a cat there. So I guess the cat is considered a iconic symbol of luck or whatever in China too. So I don't know if it's the actual same cat, but there is a cat at many Chinese restaurants. So I guess what I was thinking is the sushi restaurants that have the cat that does this. Something else. Ignition Diecast got scammed. Like about a month ago, someone submitted a chargeback claim, but the order was delivered. It said, the tracking number said delivered. But guess what? The bank ruled in their favor. Even though it was delivered and the tracking number says delivered, they got a refund. Plus I got dinged. Ignition got dinged with a penalty, a chargeback penalty charge. So that, it wasn't massive. It was like $50. But that kind of thing is really annoying. So being a hot-headed reactionary, I was like, oh, I'm done with Shopify. I'm just going to go offline and be a trader and sell stuff directly and receive payment via PayPal. But all in all, it's still worth it as of today to be on Shopify as a platform. But if this shit happens again, I'm gone. And you're just going to have to deal with me like on all the free platforms. So that's my only rant. The outcome of that is that from now on, if there's a first-time order that comes through Ignition Diecast, so like you're not a repeat customer, I'm going to verify that address and maybe give it a day or two to wait and see if fraud alerts pop up. But unfortunate, but what can you do? So I found 5 mainlines at the air freshener place yesterday, the sorority girl store, the Red Getting place. So I'm gonna open those real quick. Maybe I shouldn't open them because they were kind of in a hurry, but believe me, I'm gonna open them. These are for the archive. The black Ford GT. It's actually a Ford GT LM, but it doesn't say that on the card. It says it on the bottom, and this casting is called that. But this Jaguar, it's got a long name. Jaguar XJC V12 Coupe. I don't collect Jaguars. Wow, I just got a phone call from a telemarketer and it stopped the recording. The downside of doing these videos on a phone, I guess. So where were we? Number 3 is this new Ain't Fair. Second one for the year. This one has a teal top. And I think there's, let me show you what's on the other side of this. These have, oh, this one. I guess it was just the Super Treasure Hunt that had the turntables on one side. I thought they all had that, but I guess once again, I'm not looking hard enough, but this one has teal. So it's completely different from the first color for this year. The Formula E Gen 3, and I think this is like a recolor. This is the first one for the year, but I think this is the same car that we saw in blue last year. I think I'll be able to tell by looking at it up close. Yeah, I think that's the same one as the blue one. And Formula E isn't nearly as popular as Formula 1. And lastly, the burnt orange Silverado EV Rooster. And this is like the third color because there was a Family Dollar exclusive. And now this, so I think this is a color 3 for the year. They usually only do more than 2 colors if there's like a red edition or some other retailer exclusive, I think. So I got a box from my buddy John R. And it's a lot of stuff. This, all this, like 70 cars, and he always sends good stuff. Some of it is inventory augmentation, some of it's for my personal collection, some of it will go to the archive. But I pulled out the really interesting stuff because we just don't have time to go through all that. He sent a 66 Nova in this beautiful color. That is a keeper in a big way. I thought it was a Matchbox at first, looking at the grill. I'm like, yeah, Matchbox has bottoms like that, but nope, this is actually Hot Wheels. A Neon Speeder Ken Mary Skyline. I'm glad to have a stock one because I took the tampos off mine. The one that I have is solid pink because I stripped all this stuff off. And I never did grab another one, so I'll keep this as a representation of what it looked like before I stripped it. A stock one. A Hypertruck. I've never seen this before. And sometimes the color schemes just work. And I don't know if this is an X-Racer. I don't remember. Actually, this came in a bag, so I didn't see it. I'll have to check if this is an X-Racer or a Track Ace or what. But it's just a really cool color. Makes me want to keep it. I think this is going to go to the archive, but love those colors. And this, that's a Bollinger. I'm not like an expert with cars and trucks, so I've never heard of a Bollinger. It's a Bollinger B2, a 2022 Bollinger B2. I thought it was like a Lamborghini, one of those Lamborghini things at first, but there's 2 of these they sent, and I think I'm just going to keep them because I have this weird black vehicle collection going on. That's pretty neat. I bet this is an expensive vehicle. I'm going to research it after this. And then the thing that I did nothing to deserve, but John R's homeboy number 1, a 1980 Turbo Mustang with black walls. One of the oldest. I'm not sure if this is the oldest car in my personal collection, but it is in stellar shape and just gorgeous. Thanks a million for that. I'm not going to pursue all of them, but I'm going to put it up there on my Mustang section. And then I did a trade with William Gibson. A couple days ago, I showed you that McLaren Speedtail that I found. There's already one in the archive, and I don't collect them, so I threw out like a trade offer. Got a pretty overwhelming response, so I need to be more careful from now on. But the first person to respond was William, and he gave me 2 options, and I chose this one. And based on like resale value, I probably got the better end of the deal. But I mean, we both paid $1.25-ish for these cars probably. He may have paid more for this because he lives in an expensive area. But good trade as far as I'm concerned. And this might be YouTube, a YouTube first. I'm going to open this. Look at this beautiful car that it probably represents a car payment for many people on their real car. I'm going to rip it open, show you the gold symbol And here's what the Skyline R34 Super Treasure Hunt looks like. In Spectro Flame Green. Where's the TH? Did they do the TH back then? Is it there maybe? Oh, there it is. On the hood. See it? So, good trade. Thanks, William. This is going straight to the archive, and probably would have been one of the last cars that ever came into the archive. So, really appreciate it. What do I want? What am I hunting for? What am I wishing for? I saw a 10-pack. First of all, let me say I need to be careful, because not only does it cause more than one person to try to execute a trade with me to get so that I can get what I'm wishing for, almost invariably, as soon as I agree to a trade, I find it in the store. So I need to only list things that I'm definitely not going to buy, or I just have looked for a while and can't find. I still haven't found those pop culture, those three that I wanted: the M3, the Huracan Super Trofeo, and the GT Race. I don't care about the DeLorean or the Action Comics 30s thing. But I might buy a case. I might just buy the whole case to get those, unless somebody comes in the last minute with them. But for this week, the pictures I'm going to show you at the end of this video, I saw a 10-pack again yesterday in the red Getting Place. And there's 3 cars in there that I want, that I do not have now. There is a, hold on, let me check the pictures. Be right back. You can't really do anything else on your phone without it stopping recording. So once again, this is the beginning of another clip. So the 3 cars that are in that 10-pack, I had to check because I forgot one of them. There's a red Honda CRX, which I'm assuming is a multi-pack exclusive because it's in this little special red area up in the corner. And an orange Mercedes-Benz A-Class, which I have a lot of. I think I have all of them except this one now. And there's a purple Lamborghini, which, no, well, it's either a Lamborghini or McLaren. I can't remember. I'll check after this video. But those 3 cars are the 3 that I want from the 10-pack. And it doesn't really justify buying the whole 10-pack, because there's 1 or 2 in there that I know I could sell right away, but the rest will probably sit for a while. So it's like, do I want to pay $22 for 3 cars? Nah. Use that on Wednesday. See if anyone out there got them. You probably would buy this 10-pack for the same cars that I want, but just in case, the CRX, the A-Class, and that convertible, might be a McLaren. It's either a McLaren or a Lamborghini, but I need it. I really need it. So here are the pictures. Talk to you tomorrow.